Hello everyone, Joanne with stampinginthevalley.stampinup.net, and welcome to my craft room. Today we are going to create this beautiful card right here using the second stamp set in our paper pumpkin for this month. Now I have a few things to go over with you. Look at that flower, isn't that pretty? Isn't that beautiful? I have a few things to go over with you guys. If you would like the next paper pumpkin, which has to do with butterflies, and I love butterflies. This says change into bedazzling butterflies. So I have no idea what that means, but I'm very intrigued by it. I love butterflies and flowers and fruit I like to craft with. I seem to get very creative with those things. So if you would like to sign up for Paper Pumpkin and be on my Paper Pumpkin team, you can sign up by April 10th and you'll be able to receive this cake. Isn't that wonderful? All right, now the other thing I wanted to tell you is I designed my class for April and I hope you absolutely love it. I used the Heart and Home, both of the bundles in Heart and Home, and but I used the other side of the paper, and I'm calling it a Springtime Farmhouse card class. Look at these cards. I love the other side of the paper. I have to admit, I absolutely love the other side of the paper. Look at this wood. These planks back here are so beautiful. Of course, you get all the material to create 2 of each card, so there's 12 cards this month. Because there's 2 sets, I had to do 3 of each. I did 3 of each bundle. Look at this one. Isn't that pretty? And I used the doilies. So here's this one. And I have fun with the envelopes. You know we have fun with the envelopes, right? And then I've got this one. Look at that fresh freesia and that basic gray. Isn't that wonderful? Those doilies are just fantastic. So this class, like I said, you get to make 12 cards, a video and PDF, exclusive video and PDF, and the class is $48. There are also add-ons, so if you don't have the bundles, but I know a lot of you do, so if you don't have the bundles, you can always add them on, and I don't charge shipping or handling if you add anything on. Let's see, both the bundles are there, and then the Hive embossing folder also is an add-on. That's just like $9, but look at this card. This card was inspired, the cut is inspired by Lisa Curcio. When I saw her do this, I was like, oh no, this is going in this class. It's absolutely perfect for the DSP that's on the other side of this gorgeous paper. Look at this card. Let me open this up. The little hexagon is holding it. I'm backwards. I'm still trying to get used to doing these videos, right? But that's okay. You'll watch me progress. That's good, right? We'll do it together. So here is this card. Isn't that fun? And I will cut the hexagon and I will even emboss that for you. It's really quite easy to put in there if you're looking at it. Okay, so here's this card. It's absolutely, I love this one. I love the cut. The fancy fold there is just fantastic. So that's a lot of fun. And then I had to do this. I love a gatefold card, but as soon as I saw this image right here, this flower, I told you I love to create with flowers, but this and the doily set off a little bit. I had to make a gatefold, guys. I absolutely, look at this. This is the belly band. The belly band is the focal point of the entire card on this one. I just love this. Look at that. So like I said, this card, or this card class, yes, is $48. And you receive all the material to put together 2 of each card. Everything. If I use extra basic white, you get a piece of extra basic white. I promise you, every envelope has the kit, the card kit in it. And you will be able to craft this entire card out of the envelope. cutting out everything and stamping and coloring right along with me. I do my classes like you're right here in my craft room with me, and I cut and I stamp, cut, color everything. And so I hope that you'll try one of my classes if you haven't already. I really do appreciate it. But there is a show more link below here, and you can go ahead and click that and order that wonderful April class with the home and heart and home. And I made it a farmhouse, a springtime farmhouse card class is what I'm calling it. So I hope you will enjoy making this beautiful card with me today in my craft room with the second stamp set that came in our paper pumpkin. Now I'll tell you, you have to laugh with me. Okay, let me show you. This flower is just to die for because it's two-step stamping. You'll have to laugh with me because I was going to do really alternative paper pumpkin cards. But I got so excited about this month's kit that I don't know what happened, but all of a sudden I put them all together. I put every one of them together just like the kit. So I have to remember now that I'm doing alternative paper pumpkins to leave at least one of each out. Who could not put these together, right? To at least leave one out so that I could go ahead and do some alternative projects. So I really got tickled at myself, and I thought to myself, well, Stampin' Up! Must have known that I was going to do this, and they were kind enough to put in a second stamp set for me this month. So I really appreciate that. So, but yes, these cards are absolutely gorgeous paper pumpkin. They coordinate with the New Horizon. Okay, so in just a second, we're going to go over to my craft desk, and we're going to create this wonderful card and have a little fun in the craft room today, right? All right, back in just a second. Okay, let's go ahead and make this wonderful card. I love this second stamp set in the paper pumpkin kit this month, and the flower is just gorgeous. I love a big stamp. So let's move this aside. The colors we're going to use are Old Olive, Pale Papaya, and Calypso Coral. I also used Tuxedo Memento black ink for the hello. I pulled everything from both the stamp sets. This flower is so big. I love a huge stamp set like this, especially that it's two-step. It takes up a lot of nice room. You could always make a beautiful card. And really this card today, I call this inked paper because there's really, you know, I'm not cutting out any embellishments or anything like that, just tying the bow with the twine, but it's just ink to paper. So I used the flowers, I use the leaves, I use this as the center. I suppose this could be used as the center also. And this also. Sending you birthday wishes is the inside of the card. And then I took the hello from here. I absolutely love that font on the hello. I love the font on this stamp set with the hello. So let me say it that way. Okay. All right. So let's move this aside. And let's see. I've got a base of basic white, 8.5 by 5.5 scored at 4 1/4. The outside is Pale Papaya, 5 1/4 by 4, and then a layer of basic white, 5 by 3 3/4. And this is what we're going to stamp on. If you order from me in the month of April, please use this host code. If you can remember that, I appreciate it. If not, I call them and they add it. So, okay. So now let's go ahead and start. The whole thing about this card is stamping, okay? Let's go ahead and get this envelope first. I'm going to bring in my Stampin' Pierce mat right here and my envelope and a little piece of scrap paper, that's just some copy paper that is scrap. Let's go ahead and get the flower that is the most dense. So that one has the most surface area. And we're going to go into the Pale Papaya with this. Just like that. And I want the entire flower on here. I know the postman is going to love it. It's going to be like, wow, that's unique. But there's plenty of room for an address, plenty of room for return address, and plenty of room for a stamp. No problem. Let's go ahead and take the outline, which I want a little bit darker ink, so I chose Calypso Coral. to complement my pale papaya. And now we're just going to line this up over top of the flowers. I find it best to look at these outside little flowers and line up from there. Beautiful. And now let's get the inside in Calypso Coral right here. Now this flower looks pretty, but when I add the leaves, when I add these leaves is when it really seriously comes alive. And put them wherever you want to. So watch how this works. Just wherever that you want to put them. And watch this green allow this pale papaya and Calypso Coral to really pop. I don't know if there's a right or wrong. I'm thinking that's the top of the leaf. I don't know. There we go. Isn't that pretty? Outside the envelope. Let's go ahead and do this side now the same way. So, pale papaya. I'm going to make sure when I do the back of this envelope that I have the 2 little flowers on the top. Just because. I have no rhyme or reason for that. Just because. I like them. So, now let me go ahead and ink up in Calypso Coral right here. And come right over the top. Just like that. And let's get the inside with Calypso Coral. And we'll add our greenery. We are really using a lot of ink. I love to use my stamps and my ink. So just come out through here with these leaves. And like I said, this absolutely does not matter where they're placed, how they're placed, just as long as you add the greenery. And it is a trio of greenery. Pretty, right? Look at how gorgeous that the flap of the envelope is. Absolutely gorgeous. So's the front. You know the card's going to be great, right? When the envelope comes out that good. All right, now let me just move my stamps to the side. I use the 10-second bow maker here, and this is baker's twine. And because I have trouble tying a bow with arthritis in my hands, I wrap it 3 times. And if you don't have one of these, it's 10secondbowmaker.com, the number 1010. I'm not an affiliate. I just love the product. I've used this for like 10 years, this thing. And then, but if you have a sweetheart that is really good with wood working, they can also make one of these. I cut my tails long on this one. I also had one of my downlines. She made her own. And she just took nails and nailed it into a piece of wood and just spaced them. You know, she took a ruler, spaced them evenly so that your loops are even. And then she just put some nails in it. Look at how pretty that is, all loopy, right? So I wanted to use the twine and not the ribbon that came in the kit for this. Okay. Now, let's go ahead and get to stamping the outside of the card. I've lost my piece of, here it is, sorry. For just a second, I lost my piece of basic white. So this is 5 by 3 3/4, and we'll go ahead and start to put the flower on first in Pale Papaya. I love 2-step stamping, so pretty, right? Just gives a beautiful effect. I want to make sure I'm inked up really well in my Pale Papaya. Now I want the big flower up in this left corner. No rhyme or reason again, it's just what my eye likes. We'll take the Calypso Coral again and come around here to our flowers. Put the inside in Calypso Coral. And accent with some greenery and old olive. And and every time you do this card, you might put your greenery in a different place. Seriously, I'm not even looking at the other card to see where things already went. I just am putting them anywhere. And as many as you want. You know, they could be flying in the air. That's pretty, right? I like that. Okay. just so that there's greenery. All right, now what we want is the word hello in black. I wanted this to stand out, so I'm using Tuxedo Memento black ink. We're also going to use the iridescent rhinestones that came with this. I'm stamping this to the left side, kind of like centering it underneath that flower. The best I can. Oh, you got to pray when you stamp in black. Did I get it straight? Yay! Ah, boys, oh, whew. That's always, like you could almost like stamp this first, to make sure that you get your sentiment right, because your flower is going to be in perfect placement. So that I rolled the dice on that one and got lucky. Okay, let's take our bow, our little loopy bow. I put a glue dot right here, and I'm going to just put this bow up in, whoop, stuck to my finger, in this area above the O to the right of it. Then I'm going to go ahead and take my rhinestones and I'm going to place them, because I am really seriously bad about forgetting my bling. Always love to add it, but totally at times forget it. I've come back on here, I've been like, I forgot to add, da, da, da. So there, okay, good. Now let's go ahead and let's move this to the side, and we'll bring in our card base, and let's work with the inside of the card. And with this one, I'm going to bring my paper in again, and we're going to stamp off here a little bit. Pale papaya. And this time, like I say, each time I do it different. I want the large flower and a little one to be more of the focal point here. Just because I don't even know if that's the way it is in here. Yes, it is. Huh. That must be the way, what my eye sees, I didn't even look at it. I just did it. Usually, I always have the card off to the side that I've done, and then I can always refer to it. But this, you could just about do it anyway, and it's going to come out beautiful. So pretty. And the inside. And let's get our sentiment on there in Calypso Coral. Sending birthday wishes. This is a pretty little birthday card. Sending birthday wishes up in this corner. Really want to make sure I have enough Calypso Coral on there. Beautiful. Came out so nice. All right, let's add our greenery, right? Let's add the greenery. I'm going to put this one there. I'm going to use that for the big one. Bring that one right in there. I want the entire big leaf right there. Ha, like that. That's pretty. And then we're going to take the smaller one and come off of here. Just like that. How gorgeous. All right, let's move this to the side. Let's get our piece of pale papaya that's 5 1/4 by 4, and then here's the front. Now, this is beautiful. You could even do a white on white. That would be so pretty. Isn't that pretty, white on white? I'm almost tempted to do that, but it's okay. We'll use our panel, and I'm a little off with my scoring here. You see that showing right there on the bottom? Just hold it together. If that happens, hold it together. Get your bone folder and work it out. You'll work it right out, just like that. And that's perfect now. Okay. This would also look cute turned like that also. Wow, there's a lot of alternatives. Like make this just a little bit smaller and cock it to the side. That would look cute like that too. But we'll just do it like this. Ooh, I really like the white on white though, right? I want, this time, the other one I put down with Tombow, and this one I'm going to add dimensionals to the back of. But the pale papaya does look good, especially with that black, right? Either way you like it is fine. You might have decided to just put that on white, which is just beautiful. What a pretty birthday card, right? You always have to remember, everybody you know has a birthday. I send birthday cards out every month. That's wonderful. Now let's go ahead and place this in the center. Oh, so beautiful. Absolutely. Let's get our envelope together. Oh, so look how pretty that is. Isn't that a very, very nice birthday card? Easy, using that second set, that second stamp set from the paper pumpkin, right? How beautiful. Both these cards came out just perfect. Okay, I'll be right back, and we'll talk about our beautiful creation today. Okay, that was an easy card and a fun card using that stamp set. This stamp set is just wonderful because it's really full size. It is seriously a full-size stamp set, and as you can see with the two-step stamping that we did, we created a beautiful birthday card. And this is like an ink to paper card. We really don't have a die cut, you know, that we're adding to it, and so it's just ink to paper, and it really came out absolutely gorgeous. Made a beautiful birthday card out of it, and we made sure that the envelope is just as gorgeous, seriously just as gorgeous as the card, right? So here are my two cards. I'm so happy I have two more birthday cards. Like I said, everybody has a birthday. Everybody you know has a birthday. Everybody. Even your pets have birthdays. Your friends' pets have birthdays. Whoops. Let me see. Wait. Laugh along with me, okay? I gotta get used to the camera and what side I'm on, and upside down and backwards here. Okay, great. So here are the cards for this week. Thanks again for being with me, and I'll see you next week, and we'll put together and create something absolutely wonderful together. Let's all get together, do some happy crafting, and have a wonderful weekend.